The world is changing very fast, and there are these realities of high targets and high stakes, etc. Those external stimulus which is causing this burnout will not change. The reality outside is going to be the same, right? As I said earlier, we're spending a critical amount of our precious time in these work cultures, yeah? And the outward reality is going to be the same. The complexities and the pressures are going to be the same. So what is it that we can fix here? We can fix our own attitude, our own perception about looking at the target.
Gurudev, we have seen that a common complaint in corporate world is, and even not in corporate world, even we are now seeing in educational institutions, in our day-to-day lives, even in our family lives, people are getting more concerned, and people are, some of the terms which are very common, one is a burnout, one is that high performance targets, and also there's cutting across various sections of society, and especially when we look at the corporate world, this high performance targets and these burnouts, they seem to be closely linked. So in this world of high performance targets and burnouts, now both Shala, the conscious leadership program which you have developed, so it speaks of joyful presence and inner clarity. So how does one balance this ambition with inner well-being? The question arises. And actually, is it really possible in today's corporate ecosystem? Because that is a big question.
Correct. See, the world is changing very fast, and there are these realities of high targets and high stakes, etc. Those external stimulus which is causing this burnout will not change. The reality outside is going to be the same, right? As I said earlier, we're spending a critical amount of our precious time in these work cultures, yeah? And the outward reality is going to be the same. The complexities and the pressures are going to be the same. So what is it that we can fix here? We can fix our own attitude, our own perception about looking at the target, yeah? Why burnout is happening? Burnout is happening because we are thinking that joyfulness or ananda will come once I achieve the target. We are postponing our joyfulness in some time in the future. And we are also linking our joyfulness with the achievement of a specific target. Big problem. Because if you go into the Adhyatma, spirituality or ancient wisdom, we don't talk about this. What is our sages and rishis and our ancient seers talking about? They are talking about a way of living where your joyfulness is happening right now. You choose joyfulness and then enter into your work kshetra. See, look what was Krishna's entire message to Arjun. Arjun was feeling the same burnout. He was feeling the burnout because he was resisting the outer situation, and he was saying, can I change the outer situation? I don't accept this outer situation. You and I, everybody in the corporate, in the world is doing the same thing, same mistake. What did Arjuna say? Krishna, what did Krishna say? Krishna said to Arjun, Arjun, understand the karma yoga. Accept the situation that has come in front of you and see what is your dharma, what is your capacity. Increase your capacity to deal with this situation. And how do you increase your capacity? Come to the present moment. Be little joyful. Learn this art of becoming little more joyful while you perform the action. Arjun, don't take this whole targets too seriously, Arjun. Perform to the best of your ability, and let's leave everything then to the nature. Because so many factors are not in your control. But what are leaders trying to do? They're trying to control the outer factors more than the inner factors. They're trying to fix the outer situation more than the inner situation. They're not working on the stress levels. They're not working on coming to the present moment, reflecting, meditating, gaining that clarity, and then entering into their work kshetra. Take a survey. Go to 100 top leaders. Ask them, before coming to office or once they enter into their office, what is it that they do for first 15 minutes? Do they sit? When they come to their office, sit in their chair? Do they sit quietly? Or while they're driving in the car, do they sit quietly? Reflect, meditate, bring inner silence and clarity, establish themselves in this moment. And in this moment, when the clarity emerges, they know what is it that they need to do today and with what attitude they need to deal with their clients, their investors and their teams today. I don't think you'll find more than 5-6% of our leaders doing this because they just enter into the task. Their lives, unfortunately, is from one stressful task to another stressful task jumping, and they're not breathing. Right? Our leaders need to learn this. I give this example. You, let's say, as a corporate CEO, are you more busy than your Prime Minister today? You're not. Yeah? If your Prime Minister is able to handle the stresses and the pressures and still perform without getting diabetes or blood pressure or losing sleep at night, why aren't you able to do that? There must be something this person is doing which is phenomenally good and keeping him on track. And there are leaders like him, even in the corporate sector. I know a lot of such leaders. And there is a whole King Janaka was one such leader. Yeah. This is a knowledge, Arunji. This is an art. This is a practice. We can cultivate this and we too can come out of this burnout and stress. You don't need to go and do late night party to come out of the stress. Yeah. Just 15 minutes every day can bring you to a space within yourself where all confusions turn into clarity. Yeah. Where all transactional relationship become transformative relationship. Yeah. We have the power to do that. And that's exactly what Bodhshala's programs are aiming to do and helping our leaders to achieve. This is something which is doable. Leadership is not something you're born with. You can cultivate this, especially the conscious leadership styles. We all can cultivate this. It's an art, it's a practice. Yes.